What is up, fan listeners? Adam from the podcast. Welcome to the Wildcast Instacast here on YouTube. Man, just we kind of talked about it leading into the games this weekend. We lead it into the show. Or on the podcast. I was worried about Halifax playing and then laying an egg in the home opener. And it was just not good from start to finish. Before I get into this, welcome into the Wildcast Podcast Instacast post-game show presented by Appliance Solutions. Right now they have the Autumn Kitchen Savings Suite event. Save $200 when you purchase any 2 Whirlpool kitchen or Maytag kitchen appliances, $300 when you purchase 3 or more, and $500 when you purchase multiple appliances. Eligible to receive instant savings. I'm learning this as we go. But again, thanks to Appliance for promoting and being a sponsor of this post-game show. Again, it's not good from start to finish. My music's still going okay. Just not good from start to finish. I kind of feel like the game is apropos of this show. You're coming in 19 goals for, 3 against. And let's be honest right now. This score could have been 5-6, 7-1 if it wasn't for Jacob Simon tonight. He was the number 1 star for a reason. 32 saves on 34 shots. The guy was just unbelievable all night long. It's coming to a point where up until now, he didn't have to be great. He just had to be good, and he was good throughout it. But tonight, the guys just weren't there. They weren't sharp from the word get-go. And, you're playing Cape Bretons, and you're playing Bathursts, and, you're playing those 2 teams at Charlottetown, the lower teams in the division. You get a team like Halifax. They're a different animal, and I think they kind of caught the Wildcats on a home opener night, which is always difficult. They caught them by surprise. So, but again, for those that are here, thanks for joining me. If you want to chime in, just click the link at the top. It'll let me know that you are here. But let's get to some of the highlights of this game. Not many, but one of the. Let's go down here. Let's bring on the highlight here. Simon on a penalty shot.
From
Here is the call from Mike Keisters on Harvesters FM.
Coming down on Steinman. Steinman coming out at the top of the blue paint. There's a shot. Steinman stayed with him. Levesque tried the backhand deep, knifing it between the pads.
The highlight package is only 2 minutes. I'll go to the next one here. The highlight package is only. Oh, I don't like that picture. That's not a good one either. The highlight package is only 2 minutes long. And it could have been all Jacob Steinman saves. The guy was just so good tonight. The Mooseheads, get on here, got on the board. Again, stay with me. This is a new program I'm trying to use to kind of give you guys both me and some highlights of the game here on the post-game show. KL, I think this gives us a small taste of what our next home. Yeah, absolutely. I'll get to that after, but they play Victoriaville, and that's another team that's going to be pretty good coming in. So obviously Lou Levesque got his first in the queue, 11:37 in the first period, and up until then, I think the shots were 8-2, 9-2. Moncton slowly started chipping away, but you can kind of see it. Actually, I'll just see if I can bring in the highlight here. Yeah, here's the highlight. Here's the highlight from Voices of the Cats, Marty Kingston on Harvesters.
Landowski joined the rush, and back come the Mooseheads. Cataford over the line. Gabe Smith, there's a shot, tip, score!
Just a simple tip, and it's in the back of the net. And, like you see, at that point, the shots were 7-5. That's how bad my memory was, because it didn't feel like Moncton had 7 shots. Brandon Richard Steinman definitely kept him in there. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. He was 100% the first star of this game. Then there wasn't much going on in the second period. It was a pretty bleh hockey game on both sides. I don't know if it was a new sheet of ice or because they had a couple more extra logos on there or what it was. But Halifax in the second period, 11-4, and how many times did I come on post game shows last year and talk about the second period is our worst period, and it's already starting in week one or home game one. 4 shots in that second period. That's just not going to get it done against a team like Halifax. And you can talk about not having Dume, you can talk about being a one-team line, but they showed tonight that they are that next gear. And if you want to get to that next gear, if you're Moncton, you got to step it up. And I think that's what they showed. And then, my post-game interview with Loshing, that's what he talked about. I asked him, what do you need to do with a good team like Victoriaville coming in? You haven't played a lot of top-end teams, and you just said, we got to be better. We saw the level we have to get to, and they got to be better to a man all night, because Halifax was beating him to puck battles, getting them off the puck. It was not a great night for Moncton here. So the second period, wasn't a whole lot. Third period, Reese Peich, or however you say his name. Where's his goal here? That's probably this one right here. Here's his goal from Marty Kingston on Harvesters FM.
4 players. It's chipped back to the blue line to Schultz. Schultz getting by Trenum. Schultz, a shot. Steinman the save. Rebound in front. It's loose. Down it goes, and they score. Good goal. Steinman made the save originally, but it was a furious scramble. I'm not sure who got that one, folks. We'll have to wait for the announcement.
And again, that's the type of goal all night that when Moncton was in tight on Rousseau, he was making the stops. We weren't getting that puck in, and he was getting to it, or was hitting feet, or was getting knocked out. But that's how the breaks go when you're kind of a struggling team. And we knew Halifax was going to be better. We did. They had Jeremy called it a junior B roster in their first couple of games against Charlottetown. And, they had Rousseau back. They had a lot of the defensemen back. Catafor was back. They're still without Dume, so they could still get a little bit better. I know that there's a player that was suspended that I can't think of his name right now. Again, another one of their top guys. But that's they're still a good team. Even without Dume. Dume just makes them that much better. They're still a good team. I was hoping the guy's name would be on here, but I don't see it. Sorry, I'll try not to scroll. Oh, you guys can't see that. This camera, I'm looking at myself. This camera, I'm looking at what is on the screen, and I thought it was there. So, again, click the link at the top if you want to get in here. And you don't have to put your face on video. You can just do audio, and I'll be able to hear you, and you can give me your thoughts on this. That's the Lotion interview on the stream. Oh, yeah, I'll play that later for that, because I don't know how to click to that right now. But yeah, it's where was I here? Oh yes, let's get to the fun part of the third period. Kelly Denway gets his second of the year, gets his first on home ice. He got his first one last night in Charlottetown. Here is his first on the game with a call from Marty Kingsters on Harvesters FM.
Over the line, dishing it off on the wing to Loshing. Dylan McKinnon throws it up on the wall. Loshing is in behind the net, centers it. It'll go to Auger. Can't get the shot away. There it is. They score! Caleb Desnoyers! Cats are on the board. A bit of a broken play.
I'm trying to hear.
And Desnoyers getting his second of the year. Johnny on the spot right there at the goalpost, beating Rousseau.
So at that point, it made it a 2-1 hockey game.
Beating.
And I think my favorite part about that goal was the fact that they have a new goal song. And for an older gentleman like myself, it is from the 80s. It is Poison. It is nothing but a good time. And that just excites me. That is awesome that they would pick something like that. I never would have thought that. There was some rumors that there was going to be a new goal song. Weren't sure if we were going to get to hear it, but there was definitely definitely a little bit of juice for me when I heard that song. I grew up in hockey arenas listening to Poison. I played a little bit of senior hockey in like 2013. It's a little bit of a tangent. In 2013, and trying to bring that kind of music into the locker room. A lot of the kids looked at me and they're just like, well, what is this? I don't know what this is. So so for this group to pick that song, I loved it. Yeah, so it's Poison, Nothing But a Good Time. More than likely, we're gonna. No, we probably won't kick the show off this week with that because it's tough to kick it off when you lose. But yeah, no, Poison, Nothing But a Good Time. Fantastic '80s tune, loved it. So yeah, a little bit of juice there, but yeah, Denway, Auger, and I think Loshing was on the ice on that goal. I mean, they needed a little bit of go, and Denway up on that top line helped them out. That got them to 2-1 with about 10 minutes left, and I think the Cataford goal here. That's Denway again. So then about 5 minutes after that, Halifax trips, I think, Auger behind the net. We're going to a power play. And I don't know, because I was in 101, so I couldn't see it in the other side. I don't know why Trenholm went after Morvik. I don't know if he was saying things to Carrier, if he pushed him, if he hit him in the face, what he did. But Connor Trenholm just kind of goes after him, takes him down. You can't do that. As a 20-year-old with a letter, you can't have that. That's a power play after you've scored a goal. You're kind of getting the momentum. Things are happening because once Moncton scored, they kind of took the momentum back in the game, and they got a penalty. It was going to be a 5-on-4. The building was kind of energized, and then it was evened up. Credit Morvik for not engaging and just kind of being a lame duck, if you will. He can't fight anymore, so he's not going to drop the gloves with Connor Trenholm and risk the suspension. So he just kind of let Trenholm push him around and take him down. And unfortunately, it's an even up call. Most of the time, you get both guys get roughing and Morvik gets the extra tripping, but you just can't have that. You just can't have that. Brandon Carrier said something up in Morvik's face, and Morvik punched him. So again, that's if that's what happened, that's a young guy getting a little mouthy, letting him know that he made a mistake, and Morvik just kind of giving him a shot. And I know it's Halifax, and I know that you want to get him, but you just kind of got to put that one in the back pocket, and you got to leave that one, especially for a player with a letter. You just gotta let that one go. And I mean, it's cool to take him down and be the tough guy and give him some shots, but Morvik and his team would come away with 2 points. I think he would have been probably would have stung a little bit more if we're on the power play and we tie that thing up late in the third period than it is to give him the shots in this one. But I understand it. It's a rough game. It's a tough game. Emotions are high, especially Halifax and Moncton, and they had the playoff series. But that's one of those situations where you just kind of want it in the back pocket and for another night when it doesn't impact, because unfortunately that's a 4-on-4 situation. Moncton can't really get the momentum back. They pulled the goalie, and they got another power play, able to pull the goalie on this one. But unfortunately, as I'll bring the into here. Here's the empty netter on a good play by, I think, Cataford. Brady Schultz. Good play by him with a stick up here at the top to stop Bhutan. But here's a call from Marty on Harvesters that time.
Sump in the corner to Mercier. Back to Sump. Back to Bhutan. Again, power play 6-on-4. Sump along the boards. Keeps it in. The Mooseheads through center. Are they going to get an open net? Yes, they are. Cataford scores.
That's just Braden McPhee there at the top. That's just a good. Oh, no, they don't pay. They don't pay me for ads. Get out of here. Nope. They don't pay me. Minimize that. They don't pay me. Yeah, Braden McPhee with the stick there, and just a good play. I mean, just a tough one at the top of the line. If Bhutan gets that across the sump, who knows what happens? But can't afford into the empty net and giving the Mooseheads a 3-1 victory, bringing the Wildcats record obviously to 2-1. Again, this is a game where you can't play 10 minutes of a 60-minute effort against a team like that and expect to come away with a win. Thanks for the 11 that are joining me. Appreciate that. You guys can comment your situation. Again, click the link at the top if you want to be a part of the show. You don't have to put your face on it. I will just listen to the audio and you can give your thoughts on this game. Now we get to the crowd wise, 5,700, 5,758 actually at the Avenir Center. Good crowd. It's just tough that Moncton didn't really give them anything to be excited about early on until about 5 minutes into the third period. And that's, I don't know if that's the home ice. First game is your home opener after you're feeling 3-0, feeling real good. I'm not sure what it was. It was just, we'll have our thoughts definitely on the week's show on Wednesday. But, Jeremy talked about Cape Breton coming out flat, and Moncton came out just as flat this evening. And it's just, they'll get better. It really sucks when it's against Halifax. It's tired of seeing them. I mean, that's 5 straight losses to them if you include the 4 games in the playoffs last year. And actually, I think that's like 10 or 11 because they didn't beat them all in the second half. Hang on. Somehow I still have last year's schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 straight. They lost 10 straight to Halifax because they didn't beat them in the second half of the season, the playoffs, and then again here in the first one. So, it really sucks. Kind of tired of it. Again, thanks for everyone joining me on the Instacast postgame show presented by Alpha's Appliance Solutions, 25 Halifax Street. Give me a call, 506-858-5111. Now, the atmosphere, the pre-show. Oh, yeah, we did beat them once. Yeah, good call. So we beat them once in the last 11 games. The tailgate party was cool. The band was good. Announcing the team at about 5, a little before 5. I mean, that was kind of cool. Wasn't as busy. Just keep hitting the mic. Wasn't as busy out there as I thought. But again, it's so nice out. People aren't going to want to show up 3 hours before game time. And that's tough to do when you got a game and the guys need time to get ready and they got things they got to get done. So you can't really put them out, too late in the day. But, maybe they don't do that kind of thing if the hurricane doesn't stop the Cats Cup. Maybe that's how you introduce the team, and then you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But inside was cool, and I didn't even know they had this. Well, yeah, they didn't. I mean, they promoted in their articles and stuff like that, and there was a couple tweets every now and then. But yeah, the Stadium FX app that they wanted you to download for the home opener and stuff like that, I was underwhelmed. I mean, I thought it was going to be lights on the ice with a show and like a video on the ice, and then the lights were going to be different colors. But it just, that part underwhelmed me. The fire and the fireworks for the player intro was pretty cool. Again, like I said to Leila, it doesn't take much to impress me. Just kidding, it kind of does. But I was hoping we were going to see the walkout, and then I realized they were doing a player by player by player introduction. So hopefully on Thursday, again, we see the walkout. A couple times during the game, handsome Paul Thomas had giveaways. He had a camera with him, so on the jumbotron. So really hoping, because that just kind of takes that intro to the next level. The fireworks shot, yeah, they had fireworks after the goal, which again, that's not going to be an every game thing, but it was almost a second game of the year thing had they not scored. But yeah, they fired off, I think, three little fireworks up in the 120s there by the banners. So I wondered if that was a 1-goal thing or if they planned to do that. Kyle, I wondered if that. I believe that was probably a first goal of the game thing, but we'll never know. But yeah, I mean, just the music, the intro. Brandon, they did a few walkouts. They did fireworks for every player, but when they scored, if you were there, there was a few fireworks up at the top of like 120, 101, kind of in the area I was for the first goal. I don't know if they would have had more again, but yeah. As for the intro, it just kind of underwhelming with this app. I kind of thought we were going to get a video on the ice, and I'll have more of these thoughts on the podcast this Wednesday. More on the ice, kind of a video tribute or video thing from the jumbotron on the ice, and then our phones were going to change colors and lights like the bracelets they give away. But it's last year they did all goals fireworks. Yeah, that is true. I can't remember how many goals they scored, but yeah, I think you're right, Brandon. I think they did a few fireworks for a few different goals. So, but yeah, kind of underwhelmed on the intro with the stadium app. I mean, they basically made the flashlight turn off and on and off and on, and you got a cool video that you were staring at. But other than that, but they did something. They tried to do something, so that's better than a lot. And again, it's tough to spend that kind of money all the time for junior hockey, but it is what it is. But yeah, the biggest news for those that follow the Twitter, they have a new POS system that allows you to tip and tap. And if I had sound drops here, I'd have a hallelujah sound drop, because I was able to order and take my phone, hit no tip, because I'm not giving you a tip to turn around and give me a pop, and go blink, 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 and I paid for it instead of having to walk back to my seat to get my wallet. It's just, yeah. And again, this has nothing to do with the Moncton Wildcats, because they don't control the food pricing, they don't control the food, they don't control the concessions or nothing. This is all the Avenir Center. But what's funny, like I said, is last year we had to use your debit card, but if you went to the side beer carts, they had the little machines that you could tap. Well, now that the concessions got the new stuff and those little bars got it, they finally have 50/50s with cash, Visa, or MasterCard. Still can't use debit, so I get it. But yeah, just it's nice to see them come to the year 2020 with a brand new building they built in 2018. Because remember, kids, hey, there we are. We're back. I don't know what that was, but prices might have gone up. I know that they dropped the price and put not tax in, but prices are going to go up, man. There's no point arguing about prices. That's how arenas are. Try being a fan of the Edmonton Oil Kings and going to Rogers Place, where a burger and a pop is like $25. Not even fries, I don't think. So it is what it is in a brand new arena, and that's the price you pay. But it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's it's okay. It sucks, but again, I don't want to get ripped down onto ripping the whatchamacallit, but ripping the Avenir Center, because I do that enough as it is. And I don't think it was me that caused the change, but hey, I'll take it because they probably got tired of me to the point where I went to Le Dippery, hashtag not a sponsor, and got some ice cream, and I went to pay with my debit card because they had the old system that tipped and tapped. And I took my daughter's phone and I took a video of that so that if I went to the Avenir Center today and it wasn't, I was going to show them that video. But hey, I didn't have to. It worked. I'm a voice for change. I'm assuming. Who knows? We got some other comments. Again, for the 11 people that are in here, thank you for joining me on the Wildcats postgame show. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you already have. This postgame show is brought to you by Alpha's Appliance Solutions. Right now, the Autumn Kitchen Suite Savings event is from now until November 1st. Save $200 when you purchase 2 qualifying Whirlpool or Maytag kitchen appliances, or save $300 when you purchase 3 or more qualifying Whirlpool kitchen Maytag appliances. You can give them a call at 506-8585-1111, and 25 Halifax Street is where they are. We got some other comments here. Michelle, yeah, the Wildcats dropped the ball on the opener again. Got to do more for the fans. And that's going to be the interesting thing with Victoriaville coming in. What's the building going to look like? We're going to go from 5,700 to 1,500? I doubt it. You're probably looking at 35, your average 3 to 35, I would guess, but it is what it is. But yeah, the home opener was kind of underwhelming for me, as I'm sure it was for a lot of people, in the fact that the app was advertised as have it, get it ready, it's going to be amazing, be part of the show. Basically, you just took a picture of yourself. And I don't even know if anybody shared them. No debit for, no, I know it's no debit for 50-50, but whatever. I mean, that's better. That's better than only having to use cash. Right now, Tim Hortons is the only cash-only place in that building. I don't drink coffee, so I don't stop there, so I don't really care. But come on, come on now. The cash only thing feels very 90s. It sure does. No, yeah. The kiosk was only cash. The person walking around said cash, but you could buy. So yeah, I don't know if the person didn't know, but yeah, the debit or the 50-50 was Visa and MasterCard or cash. So we're getting there. We're getting to a brand new monetized building, but back to hockey, although you guys will note the ones that have been here, I do get on a little bit of tangents inside the building. But again, the Wildcats go down to Halifax 3-1. Your 3 stars. Third star was Matthew Ketefor, a goal and an assist. Matthews Rousseau, 25 saves on 27 shots for second star. And your first star of the game was Jacob Steinman, 32 saves on 34 shots. I forgot to go quickly around the league when I started this. This is why this new system, this new show, it's going to take me some time to kind of remember what I'm doing. So yeah, going around the league, Shawinigan 5-4 over Rouyn-Noranda, Cape Breton 5-4 over St. John, Bathurst 3-2 over the Islanders, Val-d'Or 5-4 over Drummondville, and Rimouski 6-5 over Baie-Comeau. Again, Wildcats go down 3-1. There's no more games remaining. Yeah, it's something. Wildcats said they have tap. It's something you asked and they cleared up. I don't know. Yeah, you guys will have to figure out if they have debit tap for 50-50s. I don't believe they do. They have debit tap at all the concessions, but as for 50-50, maybe the people at the 50-50 kiosks do, and the people carrying the machines don't, so that they don't have to stand there and give the person their PIN. Because again, there's some older people at the arena, and they might not have debit and tap. So yeah, where was the DJ? Yeah, he was behind me, but I don't know if that was him for the intro or that was him for part of it, but I don't know. He wasn't up in his 108. The organ was going. The band was good. The Melatonin's band was good, but it just didn't feel like part of it. I don't know. It's just like the lights go down, everyone's jacked, and then they played like a 7-minute song, and that doesn't get you pumped up. And maybe some of the people like that. They were good. Don't get me wrong. They're a good band. But for me, I want to be like, lights go down, hit the intros, hit the videos, get the music going. Let's get things going. Not go to a band that plays a 3-4 minute song and 7-minute song in Hollywood. I think they played. Just it didn't fit what they were doing to me. He was in 101, but then he wasn't there after the intro, maybe even after the start of the game, because I left a couple times and he was not on that stand behind me. He was right there to begin the game, and maybe he was part of maybe he was the music for the intro, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there for the rest of the game, so I don't know where he went. They had a deal online. They had 40 tickets for $20 and 80 tickets for 40 and 100 for something. They had a bunch of them, but I just don't know if the people carrying the 50/50s had debit. So again, I don't know, but I'm at 31 minutes, and I think I'm going to be done the live stream. This has been it's been fun for the first one. I will get used to this. I will get this thing going, and we'll get back. We'll get the steam going regular times. Probably a little bit earlier on weeknights. 10:45 is a bit late, but I just needed to gauge on doing an interview after the game, getting home, getting set up. Again, go to YouTube, check that out. Go to Instagram, check that out. Like and subscribe when you're there. Interview Lotion after the game. Big thanks to the Wildcats for allowing that as well. You know what? I mean, you guys pretty much knew. We are accredited media for this season. We'll announce that on the podcast again for those that don't, that are not here. But yeah, we will be covering this team quite a bit more than we were last year, as best we can for you guys. The best fan listeners in the league, the best podcast fans in probably the CHL. I will give that to you guys. But honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, there are points I don't know if we'd still be doing a podcast. You guys keep this thing going. So thanks to the Wildcats, thanks to the Q, and thanks to you guys for showing up here, showing up on our social media, showing up anywhere we need you to promote our shows, the lives, the whatever for the drafts. You guys kept us going, and it was a grind, but we eventually became credited media. So we are going to be doing a few more road trips this season to cover this hockey club for you on all our social medias. So stay tuned to that this year. So again, I know it was just a few minutes ago, but this will wrap this up. We'll go quickly around the queue one more time. Shawinigan 5-4 over Rinaranda. Cape Breton 5-4 over St. John. Bathurst 3-2 over the Islanders. Drummondville takes a 5-4 loss to Val-d'Or. And Rimouski, my computer gets on. Rimouski 6-5 over Bay Como tonight. And again, Halifax spoils our home opener, 3-1 with a victory at the Avenir Center. Again, your 3 stars for tonight: Matthew Catafor, goal and an assist. Matthias Rousseau, 26 saves on 27 shots for second star. First star was Jacob Steinman, 32 saves on 34 shots. That is it for me. You guys have a great weekend. And we will be back Thursday as the Wildcats take on Victoriaville back at about 10:30. Tell your friends to like and subscribe. Thanks for everybody on the YouTube. We appreciate it. Again, thanks again to Alpha's Appliance Solutions for presenting this post-game show. Again, Autumn Kitchen Savings Event. From now till November 1st, save $200 on any 2 Whirlpool or Maytag kitchen appliances and $300 when you get 3 or more Whirlpool or Maytag Kitchen Appliances. They are at 25 Halifax Street, 506-858-5111. Have a great night.